This is Param. So we know that EQL is supported by the Elasticsearch, okay, for the correlations, okay. Of course, till now we have done correlation within a single index, okay. But if you want to do more than one index also, we can do by using alias or data stream, right? Because of Elastic EQL support for both data stream as well as index, okay. Fine. So the equals we are equal query we are going to run against any index or any data streams, but the best practice what I would say is before instead of running equal or instead of trying to correlate within the within the production index or using the production index, okay, we can create separate index by using reindex, or either way we can use for transformations. Okay, so because of some of the field types we would have defined based on our business requirement, okay, or production requirements, okay, but when we wanted to do the correlations, that field data type has to be changed or may need to be changed, but that is in my case, okay. So in such a cases either we can do reindex, okay, or we can do transformation. The better I would say transformation rather than going for reindex, because reindex is just one time activity, right? So if you want to rest of the document again, you have to go and run your reindex query, okay, or else you may be define, okay, you may be define watcher or something like that, that is okay, that is our second case, okay. Instead of that, instead of going for reindexing manually or instead of depend watcher to reindex, okay, there is a built-in feature called transformations, okay. There are two type of transformations supported within the Elasticsearch, okay. One is bivertal, another one is latest, so we can use the latest, okay, latest transformation. So whenever the new index has been added to the production index, it will be transferred to the actual, it will transfer to the our demo index or exploring experiment index, okay. So with that, so why we are doing transformation, which means changing the field data type or changing the structure of the document, yes, changing the structure of document as per need for the correlations, okay, or as per the relationship for the equal, as per the usage of correlations, or we are running for the equals, okay. So that's way, that is way we can do that, okay. So that is first steps we usually do. Then I'm going to talk about that what is the capability or features available. Say Elasticsearch equal query is running it's not going to run it going, I mean it most of the times it will run huge amount of events, right? So in that case it will becomes asynchronous, okay, by specifying where tiebreaker by max pins, okay. Say max, there is one field called there is one field called, let me go to this diagram, sorry, okay. Here if I want to go for asynchronous, I can say like wait for completions, okay. If I specify the wait for completion timeout, okay, if it is not able to complete within the given 2 seconds, then it will automatically become a synchronous search, that's what, okay. So you may need to give this as per your need, or as per the volume of data you are going to do correlate, okay. So so this is built-in features by default. We are running the synchronous query, I mean we are executing all the equals synchronous, so that means our we are waiting for the response. If it is if you want to go for asynchronous, obviously you just add one particular parameter, okay, in the winner query, wait for completion or something, then automatically it will become asynchronous search. So if it is asynchronous search, it will return the status as well as ID. Using that ID, further you can check the status, or you can delete, or you can query the data, whatever you want to do. Similarly, synchronous search, okay, if you want to search, save the synchronous search, you can save yourself, okay, and by default it will expect one category, event and timestamp field, okay. So as per the ECS schema, as per the event dot category, that is a field name, and similarly at a timestamp. So these two field in any index or a given index, it will expect. So that's why I'm saying, okay, so that's why I'm saying, so you have to do reindex or go for transformation. So very simple. By the for our production requirement, we might have put any field, okay, as per our need, okay. If you want to follow the specific syntax as a specific field name or specific type, then I can go for transformation. So that is where, okay, or else you can specify custom, custom field and custom timestamp field. Okay, by default it expect two names. Okay, and as you can search, okay, equal you can run across the clusters. Okay, and similarly you can filter the query days. Okay, let's say instead of running our equal for all the document of index, we can filter first. Okay, we can filter the document, then then we can ask elastic equal to run on filter document. Okay, so it is very easy. I mean, like it is what, like in the machine learning jobs we are giving aggregate data, right? Wherever possible, at least, yeah, wherever possible we can give aggregate data as input job for machine learning jobs. Okay, or anomaly detection jobs. Similarly here, whenever you want to do correlation only specific of data or specific criteria, then you can do filter, then that filter result you can give to the equal query for the correlations. Okay, circuit breaker, yes, it is to avoid the cluster collapse. Okay, there are several parameters. If you want, you can tweak as the administrator. Okay, whenever you see while running your equal query, okay, your cluster is not stable, okay, or cluster stumbles, no, then that times you can tweak the circuit breaker configurations. Okay, fine. And there are several keywords we are using. Okay, size keyword, we will specify how many document has to be done, 1000, 200. By default it is 10. Similarly, sequence. Okay, so sequence we will be using for behavioral correlations. Okay, whenever we want to identify behavioral correlations, so that's what I'm saying. See, correlation is a huge topic. Okay, and what type of correlation and what type of correlation supported by Elasticsearch, and what type of correlation you can do with given index data is different case to case, project to project, or account to account. Okay, so you can, if you want to do that, okay, I mean, say behavioral correlations, we can use the sequence. Okay, and max spans. Okay, of course sequence it will keep going. Okay, sequence it will be keep going. Okay, I can say these are all related to the sequence. Why it is not coming? Okay, okay, these two are related to the sequence. So until when it has to go. Okay, so let's say it is checking for the events. Okay, the sequences occur, it will keep going, right? It will keep going, right? But we can tell that, okay, you stop by for next 1 week. Okay, for previous 1 week. Okay, earlier 1 week, or you stop on the when job has been closed, something like that. Okay, you can specify the until condition. That is the maximum. Okay, that is your until maximum span, right? So how long you want to search? Let's say I can run my equal query, the sequence, but you run for next 2 days. Okay, and I can specify until, okay, as long as you are getting the closed event or some machine started event, then you stop there itself. You don't continue all the entire 2 days data. That's what. Okay, then tiebreaker field by. Okay, so again, okay, let me put in this way. Okay, by, again, sequence used by the by. Okay, so by means what? We can specify, we can match which field should have the same value to match a document. Let's say, okay, sequence can be many, right? So yes, okay, we can specify, let's say we have n number of sequence. Okay, in that I want to specify, say, priority is high only. You consider for the sequence, you consider for the sequence of document. Okay, only priority is high. That's it. So what so those other events are there with normal priority or low priority or moderate priority. Okay, it will ignore. Okay, so by specifying by, I can specify this is by this field you can go for, you can do the correlate instead of doing everything. Okay, of course, where class specify the conditions. We here where class should result as a boolean value. That is one of the validations they will do for every time you run. Okay, and data type also they will be checking. So where class obviously boolean. Okay, whether a particular document is part of the correlation or not. That's it. Okay, so if you don't have any specific any category. Okay, if you don't have any specific category, then you can use for you can specify any instead of specific category. Then tiebreaker. What is the tiebreaker field? Let's say we are getting two document, both are in same time frame, both are same thing. Okay, which document I have to consider? Then I can specify. If more than one document matched for the given time period at the same times, okay, then you consider if if that document has host name is empty, something like that, or host name or host name are not empty. So that's how I can say which document Elasticsearch has choose for correlate or return. Okay, which to return. So okay, so this is what these are the keywords. Okay, fields. Okay, if we want fields and runtime field. Okay, okay, so we can use the runtime field as well as fields for instead of returning entire document, right? Instead of returning entire document, we can use fields is array. So what are the fields I want to return out after once the correlation happened? Similar runtime mapping. So you can do any runtime mappings. Okay, I mean during the fetching time you are manipulating the values, that's what. Okay, so these are the different syntax capability are features supported by Elasticsearch as of now. Okay, okay, yeah, thanks for watching.